Jay Electronica is acting real weird. What up, where's your boy Challz? Man, I'm back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep sending those cash apps to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. Listen, I know you know by now that on this channel, I've said this before, I only really talk about super villains and anti-heroes, gang. I'm just going to be honest. Most of the people I talk about fit into one of those two categories. They're either a super villain of some sort or an anti-hero. Now, this is one of the first times I can honestly say, and in the, let's just be honest, in the comic book world, the hero world, heroes do become villains at some point, gang. It's just a fact. I'm going to be honest. And sometimes you'll see a guy that mean well and he used to want to be a hero turn into a villain. And I can't say what's going on with Jay Electronica. He might be on a villain arc, gang. This is weird behavior. I want to discuss this because I just did this video about Jay Electronica having the worst rollout, probably one of the worst rollouts in the history of rap, the 15-year rollout, right? But I want to talk about this because this is even weirder than him popping up out of nowhere 10 years later, dropping 5 albums on all social media, on all streaming platforms, right? It's weirder than that. Like, we sat there and watched him just drop Act 1, Act 2, then drop Act 3, 4, and 5, right? Just drop all this nonsense. And most people are saying that it ain't that much to digest. There's a lot of skits and interludes and random beats, and he only raps a little bit here and there. And a lot of you got in my comments. Some of you were very, I want to say, protective and defensive of Jay. It's like some of you got in my comments of that video, and you're very serious with your affinity for Jay Electronica, and you let me know it, which I knew that topic would be a little touchy to some of you. I know he had his fan base. They run deep, they run hardcore, and when they come in, right? Like my man Raekwon on that what's the purple tape with my name's Clyde. When I come in, right? Jay Electronica fans are different. You guys are a different animal. But Jay Elect is a different animal himself, and I think we may be watching a man go off the deep end. He's becoming listen, it's not looking hero like, it's not looking anti-hero like, it's starting to look like super villain to me, and it looked like we're seeing a man starting to spiral. So Jay Electronica got one of these things, and I'm just going to be honest, I don't think, for this reason right here, I don't think I'm ever going to have a Discord. I may change in the future, gang. But for this reason right here, this is one of the perfect examples of why I do not want to open up a Discord, because it's stuff like this. When the artist starts to flip out and become kind of suspect and kind of weird in a way, this is what you get. So Jay Electronica allegedly pushed back releasing new music in the wake of Diddy's sentencing on Friday. So I'm going to read this article, but what happened was Diddy got sentenced to 4 years, right? We all know that he's not going to do a full 4 years. Some people were upset, some people weren't. But apparently Jay Electronica took this hard. Diddy is this man. Like, he really has an affinity for Diddy. I told you in the last video, he lived with Diddy for some time, and he's very loyal to Diddy, very defensive of Diddy, and he's one of the few people that says Diddy was set up, and he believes that to a degree that they targeted Diddy. I'm sure some of you people believe that as well. But to that effect, Jay is not happy about Diddy being sentenced to 4 years in prison. He allegedly needed to take time to grieve, right? I'm going to talk about this because that's not the whole story. That's part of the weirdness, right? Diddy's a grown man and did a lot of foul shit, so I don't know why we grieving for Diddy. Okay, he could have got 10 years. Like, he got 4 years. He going to get probably two, and then he going to freaking go up for good behavior. The motherfucker probably be home in a year and a half. Like, what we talking about? But at the end of the day, Jay Electronica is upset with this 4 year, and they're going to appeal it, so you never know what's going to happen. Damn near Trump fuck around and, you know what I'm saying, come Friday, nigga be home anyway. So we don't know what's the hell going on. But at the end of the day, Jay Electronica is not happy about this. So let me read this article because he done some weird shit to the people that love him the most, his fans. He got a Discord that had, what was it, 1,400 users in the motherfucker. You know how old this Discord got to be, talking all this old shit they talking about? All this Armin Round shit, whatever they talking about. So you got to imagine how much stuff these guys have, how many conspiracy theories has ran up and through this Discord over the last several years. But Jay Electronica snapped on these guys, bugged out, and it wasn't nothing. They didn't do anything wrong, but Jay Electronica went absolutely bonkers on some fucking, I don't even know, like, what, Green Goblin shit? I don't know what he's going on, what villain arc he's doing. But let me read this article, we have a conversation. Electronica allegedly opened an official Discord server last week and in turn spent the weekend attempting to wipe a fan-run server that's been operating since 2020. So they had a fan-run server since 2020. Meanwhile, this dude ain't been doing nothing musically to deserve that or earn that, but that's not what a fan server is for. It's to speak and talk about things related to that person that you're trying to, I ain't gonna say worship, be a fan of, okay? Let's put it like that. It was a fan-run server. He didn't have nothing to do, allegedly didn't have nothing to do with it. According to a user on Reddit who provided numerous screenshots in a viral post on Sunday night, the rapper feuded with fans who refused to purge 5 years of archived conversations in the server. Now, he went in the server. I guess he was in there and talking back and forth with these guys. I don't know. I don't know to what degree he participated in this server, right? But he created a new server, and he wanted these guys to purge and delete everything in the old server. How he thinks he has the right to go in there if it's a fan-run server and demand that they wipe it is insane to me. That's kind of low-key crazy to me because, first of all, this is their server. They have their own conversations. They're talking about your ass, trying to keep your buzz alive. I told you, this shit is weird. I told you, Electronica, man. I don't know, man. Like, some of these things he's doing and just some of the moves he's making, they are really, really strange, gang. Before this article even happened, a lot of people got my comment talking about, yo, Jay is he's never late. He's always on time. Everything he does, like, this guy's a sun, moon, and stars. He shines, da-da-da. And I'm like, they're like, you don't get it because you're one of the 85%, all this crazy shit. I'm like listen, I ain't got to be no 85%er just because I'm saying he taking too long for to drop his daggone album. So that has nothing to do, one has nothing to do with the other. It don't make me an 85%er, right? But at the end of the day, the simple fact of the matter is, Jay wants these guys to delete a server that they already had going for 5 years. Okay, so let me continue with what's going on. That in and of itself is crazy. Just start your server. They'll come over. But as you read this article, you realize he don't want the people that was in that server in this new server, right? Let me continue. While speaking with members in general chat, he allegedly had moderators ban all fans who were associated with both servers. The official Discord server shrank from 1,400 to 200 users as a result. So he got mad at the people in the fan-driven server and banned them from being in both servers. Come on, gang, I don't know what's going on. It's no reason for that unless your ego is out of control. And you said some things that you can't take back, and now you're pissed, and you decided to take it out on your fans, of all people. Let me continue. Joining the official Discord server allegedly has a lengthy verification process. So he made a Discord that he's saying is the official Electronica. Now, gang, I'm just confused because if this is the official one, then let it be the official one. You have no right to go into the other one and demand anything because it's not the official one. Yours is official. Let them come over and figure out what's going on. If they want to be a part of it, cool. You don't got to go on that one trying to make demands and try to bully these people. Let me continue. Joining the official Discord server has a lengthy verification process. It includes providing all access to all your social medias in order to prove you're not a Mossad agent. That's first and foremost. Let's start there. You got to, now, gang, I'm just going to be honest with you. You can fake all these social medias. They do it all the time. If I'm really a Mossad agent, I'm going to have everything laid out. I could have did all that shit yesterday. But let's keep it pushing. He wants you to prove you're not a Mossad agent by giving all your social media platforms. Number 2, fans must also answer the question, who did 9/11? They also must do a 45-second video throwing up the rock sign. You got to do a 45-second video. They got timed entries where you got to do this stuff. Like, all this stuff is on some cloak and dagger nonsense. I didn't even read everything. It's just a lot of stuff that he's added where you got to do to get accepted to this new Discord server. Okay? And if you don't complete all of it, you're not getting in there. So the 200 heads that got in must have wrote who did 9/11 and all this other shit to get in there. But let me continue. At one point in the alleged screenshots, Electronica appears to bully a disabled user who took too long to film themselves for the verification process. So a disabled guy, we don't even know what his disability is, but he couldn't throw up the rock sign of all things. Like, I mean, there's 2 motherfuckers on Earth throwing up the rock sign right now. Like, but let me just, him and Jay, like, who the fuck else doing this besides him and Bleep, maybe 3 niggas, like, at tops. But you can't he couldn't throw up the rock sign fast enough, right? So he didn't get in the Discord server that Electronica is trying to make. Let me continue. What's going to be in this Discord server that's so top secret? Secret squirrel ass shit. Like, I'm confused. Let me continue, gang. Additionally, the post alleges that Electronica delayed a new project because he needed time to grieve after Diddy was sentenced to over 4 years in prison on Friday. He was convicted of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution earlier this year. Apparently, Jay don't agree with that, and he thinks Diddy getting railroaded. That caused him to delay his project. It's called a written testimony, APIDTA. He was supposed to drop that, which was, I think that's number 6, album number 6, I want to say, something like that. But I don't know if it's 5 or 6. But end of the day, he didn't drop that. No explanation about that. Then he went nuts about this Discord server. I think he thinks this Discord server is going to be a safe space for the new album, the people that want to talk about their new album. Guess what, gang? Anybody can figure out a way to trick all of this shit you're trying to do. This sounds like a madman, gang. I'm just going to be honest. This sounds like somebody that's losing touch with reality. I'm just going to be honest. You got all these. I didn't even read everything that you got to do to get into the Discord server. So I didn't even read all that. He got his new moderators vetting, right? Let me continue. And he kicked dudes out. He kicked the old moderators. Like, it's a whole mess, gang. It's a whole mess, and he's just being like, his motherfucker's the cranky Joker and shit, right? This nigga's like the fucking Penguin and shit. Like, he's just on some bullshit. Let me continue. Back in September, Electronica, back in September, you mean last week? Last week. Because it's only like, yeah, a week and a half ago. Back in September, Electronica released his 4th and 5th studio albums, a written testimony, Leaflets, and a written testimony, Mars, the Inhabited Planet. Across the first album, Electronica makes multiple references to Diddy. On the intro song, Abracadabra, he includes a clip of the bad boy mogul discussing the state of hip-hop, of all things. The Shiny Suit Man is discussing the state of hip-hop. I'm good on that, Diddy. You can stop that right there. Right there. You can keep that part. Let me continue. He, quote, says, hip-hop is in a very, very dangerous place, you know. Diddy says, as caught by Vice, give them that shit. You know what I'm saying? Live at their souls. Lift up their vibration. That's what God sent you here to do, you know? That's why we wait so long. We wait for things that are good, because good things come to those who wait. Now, that's a good sentiment, but coming from Diddy, that's crazy, because Diddy, a.k.a. Brother Love, he didn't live by none of this shit. He would go around with his mink coat on talking about love and then go punch somebody in the eye. So we're going to not really take Diddy at his word with all his love this, love that, and love the third, okay? I'm not buying in. That's another, he's a full-on supervillain. So I'm going to have to go ahead and say, these are 2 supervillains linking up, gang. They plotting world domination. They going to just get beat up by Batman. I'm just going to be honest. Let me continue. On the track, 4,400,000,000, some. The worst is yet to come. Electronica raps, I was living with Puff and Cash and never showed up in the affidavit. I'm a smoother criminal than Michael Jackson, maybe. So on that note, man, listen, I didn't even tell you everything that's going on. I'm not getting that detailed into him, screaming back and forth with these people, trying to lock them out and knocking people out the server that want to be fans of his. These guys were in the server since they created their own server. They've been in that. He kicking them out. He's the new one that he's in. He's kicking them out, this, that, and the third. He's trying to get both of them wiped out. It's like, gang, listen, you're spiraling. You need to be happy that anybody want to get in the damn server. And I'm going to be honest, if I was one of the motherfuckers that's supposed to be, they got the long-time members that was all about J Electronica, he's warring with them, I would be like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and move on to something else. I think there's some other rappers out there I could be fucking following, like Kendrick or somebody else. I'm sure there's some other 5% rappers you can get into, right? It's a whole lot of them. So me at this point, I wouldn't even be dealing with the nonsense. I'd be like, you keep the server. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and hit delete the whole shit. The whole server, because if it's me, if I'm Rob, what's his name? Robbie or whatever his name is, if I'm that guy, I'm going to go ahead and hit the click button, because the whole thing's over with. I'm good. Because you're not going to talk crazy to me when I'm sitting here. I'm your fan. But this is how people get, these fans, they get crazily super duper wrapped up in these guys, and they want to just please them or some kind of shit. This is how cults get started, right? I'm sure there's a Kanye server out there that motherfuckers arguing back and forth in right now. End of the day, man, listen, let's just be honest. I don't know what's going on with Jay right now. He's dropping, he says he got 19 albums to drop. You got 19 albums, you can keep them shits. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'm even gonna listen to the ones he just dropped, let alone 19. And I said on the last video that I made that I was gonna listen to his album. I keep looking at it, I'm gonna get to it, but I'm really not, it ain't moving me to do. The more I hear about these antics, the less I want to hear it. Right? I don't want no guy got almost, what they call it, a man crush on Diddy. Like, it's like, I don't know what you call, I don't know what's going on, but it's okay to love a dude, but you're going a little bit, this crazy, gang. It's a little bit much. I'm just gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna leave it at that. CLBMG, man. CLBMG, man. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental US. Also, me and TJ and Flares, we got a new show. I mean, we got a show called The What Show, and we got a new album. We were about to drop. The album is complete. It's already done. It's in mastering. It's called the What album. It's called The Album. This shit is kind of bonkers, gang. I'm gonna let y'all know as soon as that drop, so y'all can go ahead and run them numbers up. All right. Listen, every Wednesday night we go live on The What Show 9:15. Tap in. Let us know you in the building. All right. I'm gonna catch you on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end. And then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking. And all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like past fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here and we ain't the cheese, we the trap.